Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, Pisces. So this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So part of the so much more is I do these astrological, these reads with tarot and oracle cards, but also a blend of the mediumship and psychic mediumship and all sorts of things that come, energies that come through. So it could be the dragons, it could be the angels, it could be the Zions, it could be the Pleiadians or the Arcturians, depending on who comes through. It could be the unicorns. It could be the fairy folk, you know. It just depends on what energy is around you, because I kind of feel like, so not all of you are going to be into that, and that's, you know, that's ka pai, that's fine. So by the way, I'm coming from I live in New Zealand, so there's a bit of a few Māori words that will come through. So if I remember, I will actually, I'll say something, you know, like with ka pai, it's yes, that's okay, that sort of thing. So a brief explanation about what I'm talking about, saying. There may be there's maybe lots of things that are coming in around you or that are around you. I feel like it's like, it's like bringing all these thoughts and ideas, but also imaginings as well. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, where those like spirit are like talking about, or Pisces, as spirit and the angels, they're talking about like knowing the difference between imagination and fantasy. So it's like, and also, and vision, and what is the vision of your where you're wanting to go. And you're like, where's on goals, okay, and what you're wanting to do, be, give, and have. So there's maybe a whole lot of mix of things. Maybe that's something that some of yous are working on trying to sort out for you, and maybe getting some grounding with that and some clarification about where it is, what it is you're going to be doing, and on, you know, on not only on a spiritual level, but not necessarily all of you in this way, like doing readings or healings or something about it. May be more on a spiritual level, in the sense is like you spiritually knowing who you are, how you move through life, what the meaning of life is for you, spiritually, you know, physically, soulfully, you know, mentally, emotionally, like mindfully, and finding some balance. So, and I feel like some of you are maybe like bringing something all together that encompasses, like maybe on a spiritual level, like doing something like this, and it's maybe not necessarily doing this on saying that. It may be that you do a completely sort of different business, which is so opposite to what this is, but you're still in connection with spirit and your guidance, your intuition, your inner tuition, your inner knowing of your inner self or your higher self. It's like, it doesn't necessarily mean that just because I do this work or we do this work, that we're more spiritually minded, because that's a big fat lie. And that's for me to say that that's the only thing, you know, only time when you are spiritual, because we are all spiritual beings with spiritual energy. And we can all tap into spirit, or, you know, we all have these abilities, you know, and you know, within sixth sense or five senses, whatever you believe for you, but tapping into the sixth sense, or the other side of things, outside of the physical, what we tangibly know or think we know anyway. But you know what I mean? It's like there are many people out there that you know, are very strong with their intuition, and maybe knowing, you know, and having that feeling or that sense that they do have a guardian angel and that sort of thing, but they do completely different jobs. So and so there may be some of you are maybe like doing that and feeling like you know, there's a crossover there or something, or back and forth, whichever way. So anyway, so it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go and do something like this. And your work, whatever work that you're doing, may be, you know, what it is, you know, what you are wanting to do, and, you know, as in helping people or working with people, doing this sort of thing will come through in another way through whatever job that you're doing. Okay, so like creativity, like with art and stuff like that, or you know, it's maybe that healing side of you comes through you in the sense that, you know, as being like maybe a social worker, that you have empathy for you, not only for you, but the fact that you have that for you, you put that out to others, and so you have that that listening ear, and you may find that whatever job that you're in, people tend to come to you and open up, and you are there to listen, you know, to listen. But sometimes when we, it's just learning maybe how to not, you know, take on that stuff. It's managing that side of things as an empath, as a healer, as a reader, or whatever it is that you're doing. But if you're like, you know, sometimes people, when, you know, people talk to you, we do get, you know, emotionally attached to it. So it's knowing those boundaries, and that's kind of where they're going with that. So maybe there may be a little bit of clarity that some of you are looking for in that way. And anyway, so I'll just need to go back to my introduction. So welcome to my YouTube channel. And I want to say thank you, a big thank you to everybody who has been giving me, you know, showing me and giving me thumbs up, you know, likes, shares, especially shares, and well, actually, I shouldn't say especially, because it all matters, it all means the same, but the shares get it out there a little bit further, the messages out there, and hopefully they'll tap into, or they'll reach those who, you know, who it would benefit. So that's why I do encourage sharing, but also the comments, and the other thing lately is donations. So I really appreciate all of those. So thank you so much for them. The other thing is just a reminder that these messages are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, then wonderful. If they don't, or some of them don't, or some of it does, and, you know, not, and maybe a few things don't totally throw it out or discard it, because it could be that it's coming up for you and it's more of a forecast for you, that part. So the other thing is, to get a bit more clarity, you can check out what your other signs are saying. So it may fill in the gaps for you and give you a little bit, a few aha moments, and then maybe be able to pull it all together for you. So if you don't know, so this is reading is for Pisces, this session. It'd be Pisces if Pisces in your chart, sorry. I'm getting a little bit sort of chat away there. So yeah, if Pisces is in your chart, and like it's Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus sign, okay for you. So if you don't, like I said, if you don't know what your other signs are, then check out in the description box below. There is a link to a website that will take you to there's a link, oh God, in the description box below to a website that will that has a free calculator on it, and it will work it out for you. Holy cow, I feel like I've jumped ahead in time and then come back again. So it could be like something like that for you. Like you might have jumped ahead of time and you're like trying to figure out what the heck is going on, or you're projecting your energy forward into like trying to make things happen, but nothing's really working, because it's like maybe you've gone or you're not going as far as what you thought you were going, because maybe you've forgotten to take the steps in between. Haha. Which means that sometimes it may feel like your dreams, your imaginations, your visions, your goals, and fantasies. Well, yeah, depending on how you look at it, there's some sort of, they're just talking about, you know, being mindful, separation of knowing what each descriptive word that I mean for like that side of things means, you know, well, okay, so, because I feel like they keep talking about dreams as well, and your goals and your visions may not be the same as the fantasies and the imaginings, or the imaginings and the fantasies of where you might be going. Maybe it's like there's a defining line Spirit are talking about, but you need to figure that out for yourself, or you need to sit down and talk about, don't even like to say need, but there's something for some of yous, not all of yous, is like getting down on paper what it is that you want to do, be, give, and have in your life, and creating like a vision board to like hone it in, because once again, they're talking about steps that needing to be taken towards achieving those, what it is that you want to achieve. Okay. Oh, holy cow, I'm just sweeping these. Things are kind of like interesting since I've been doing your guys and gals reading this session. It's kind of like a little bit dithery. No, not dithery. Yeah, well, dithery is one word, but it's just kind of like So there seems to be maybe a little bit of impatience with some of you, and it's not maybe doing the groundwork or the base work. It may be a little bit not fully balanced or grounded with something that you're doing or looking at or have started doing, or you're just creating that. So this foundation seems to be a little bit wavy or rocky, or something's not quite balancing out there. So they're talking about. So anyway, and that will be enough to like make you wonder, question, dither, start, because you'll be curious as to what the hell, what it is that you've missed, what it is that you need to do in order to bring about that balance. Whoa, wow, that's cool. So anyway, I'm going to be using the tarot, the Starman Tarot, and the Crystal Spirit. So there's something there for both, out of both of those cards. May bring in the angels. We'll see what happens if they want to have a chit chat with you as well. So anyway, the first card out, which is the lead card, which is about imaginings. It's about the dreams, and the visions, and putting them forward, putting them out there, and it's like not necessarily just reaching out to them, but pulling them towards you. But there's a movement of aligning or coming together or aligning with that dream. So some of you is maybe like trying to pull it to you, and not have to do too much work to get towards it, and slowly go there. So some of you might be dragging the chain to go towards it, but it's not. It's vice versa, kind of like what they were talking about before. So there seems to be some imbalance there, basically, about with what is needed to be done in order to bring it into alignment. And I feel like there's a sense of resistance as well of doing what it is that you need to do. So there's maybe some emotional attachment that is causing that resistance, or causing that not to line up for you, a line for you. So just have a wee squiz about that, because I do feel like there is something there. The dreams are there, or the aspirations, the what you imagine, or what you want to do, and be in the future is there, but it's kind of like, I think the path is a little blurry. So but it's like taking one step at a time, Spirit is saying, and I will say that to you as well, like we are saying, one step at a time, creating some sort of a plan or a goal and sticking to it as much as possible, so you can see the outcomes, because it's like, I kind of feel like you've said, oh yeah, I'll go that, but you'll end up going that. So there's something about that, but there's also something about love too, with some of you with relationships. So the cups is, there's emotion, and because I'm hearing like love as well, and it's like, is this what your passion is this what your love is? And I do literally feel like some of this is to do with love relationships, not just in the energy that's behind it as well. So then we have the Three of Cups. Gosh, there's a lot of cups there. So this is you again, shifting to this place of celebration. I feel like you've kind of like sort something out with either friends, or there could be three of you. There could be just you and the different things, the ways you see yourself, and you've celebrated like different aspects of yourself, or of three different things that you've accomplished, or moved through, or have that epiphany. It's like, hooray, and I get that now, and I get that now, and I get that now. So something that seems to be like coming together with your and even like your intuition, and creativity. It's not just about the emotional side, the feelings, but it is that, that's like the driving force is per se, but it's like something seems to be coming together, and that's what I feel like. Once you kind of get some sort of balance, and like go into using your intuition, not just intuition as in and deciphering what emotions and feelings are functional, not rather, you know, that are serve you for your highest good. And then it's like something moves. Even though that's the Three of Cups, it goes back to there's some sort of celebration, because it's like you have been there before in a way, but where you are now is right there, and it's like something else something has popped up, challenged you, tested you, got you to reassess things, and then now it's like and it might have thrown you out of the water or in the water, but it's like, yeah, the Three of Cups has come up, so it's kind of like, okay, I've got this now, I've figured it out. So for some of you, I feel like it's like there's three things going on around you, three people, or three aspects of what is happening around you. Okay, because then talking about the intuition with the cups, the High Priestess comes along. So she is very much about in her intuition. She's very strong in that. She's very good in that. She's very powerful. And I feel like they're touching, you know, and this is like a cups, you know, Pisces, you know, sort of energy, water sort of energy, maybe Cancer. You know what I'm thinking? Yeah, anyway. It's just coming through. It's just that one just popped through. So anyway, so yeah, it could be Cancer energy there around you, things that's popped up, not just you as excuse me, Pisces, but and even a Scorpio. But I'm hearing more Cancer for something, for some reason at the moment, for a lot of you that may be in your life. But anyway, about there maybe some intuitive thoughts or feelings about that person. But yeah, what I'm hearing with the High Priestess is like really tuning into your intuition and your emotion, and figuring out what your emotions are doing, you know, are about, and those feelings are about, and those and how they are connected to with your relationship with yourself and others as well. But in the direction of where you're going, like as in making decisions and choices and things like that. Cool. Because I do feel like, you know, your intuition, you know, is pretty strong with, can be pretty strong when you listen to it, if you allow that to yourself to go there, or if you let it out in a way. I'm hearing let it out, but it is there. It's let yourself in as well. But it's like, yeah. But she's very intuitive. She's like, there's a sense of grounding with her, and I'm looking at this card as well, and a lot of healing. So the Eight of Wands comes through. So there's something with the Eight of Wands. There is a, you know, energy out there as well. The Eight of Wands, I'm seeing like things are going out, like something's coming together. Like you've put out all those dreams and those visions, aspirations and inspirations, and that sort of where you're wanting to go, and what you're wanting to do, be, give, and have in your life. But now, so something maybe coming up with the Wands, because this, you know, Wands is about taking action. There's movement. You know, they're a high energy card, a passion, the fire energy. So there's something being out there and touching, you know, like, and coming together, because they're all going up, they're coming out. You put them out there, but something is coming together. So you may find that you'll be able to move or take action more so in this week with something, with whatever is going on with you. Very interesting, very cool. So it's like, it seems like there may be a little, you might have gone off course with something, with a few projects and that, and sometimes things come up and it kind of feels like we're going off course, and in a way we kind of do, but it's like the other side, the flip side to that is, sometimes we need to take a little bit of time or time out. We're going that way because we need to learn something, and then we come out of that and we move forward, move on, and it makes this, it builds a stronger sense of intuition or sense of knowing within us, and without us in all areas of us. So, which means then we can like go ahead and do that. So something, it's like they're bringing together, or you're bringing together as well, good. Or moving into what it is that you most need to do and where you're going. Cool. How sweet is that? Awesome. Movement. Okay. What else have we got for Pisces, Starman Tarot? What is it coming out there? Show me what they most need to know. That one there's going to come out. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. So there's something about, you know, a new way of thinking about money, or an enhanced way of thinking about money and how it comes in. And maybe that you're looking at maybe that you you know, these ideas about how to make this money are starting to come more to fruition. So with that Eight of Wands coming in, it's like, yes, I can get moving now. So there's maybe this new sense of energy around the money side of things in these projects, but that you're wanting to achieve. Yeah, I kind of like, that's pretty cool. But it's also, I'm hearing like about your perception about money and how you're going to earn it. It's like, and being grounded. There's some sense of being grounded as well with that card. Grounding yourself in this new beginning, or this new phase, or the next phase of something that you've either it's a new, okay, it's the next phase, but it's the beginning of the next phase. There we go. Which is kind of like of your movement towards with achieving what it is that you want to achieve. Okay, so look, here's the Nine of Pentacles as well. So the Nine of Pentacles is really about something is, it's like there's that sense of fulfillment with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like everything there is at your feet, basically. But all around you, it's like you begin to see how you can do it, how you can create it. It's like you have, everything is there. You have all the tools that you need to be able to create what it is that you want to do, be, give, and have. I'll just go and have a wee squiz in here because there's, yeah, I am in charge of my destiny. That's the phrase with this card. I am in charge of my destiny. It's like you decide and you get going, because this is the beginning of the Ace of. It's like you've come to realize the beginning. It's like I carefully attend to the seeds of success. That's why they're saying it's the beginning of the next cycle, because you've got the seeds there, but it's like there's a more tangible, grounded, energy into making something happen, or creating something, or continuing with something that's you've started to put out there before. It's really just moving. It's like the next phase after the Eight of Wands. This is kind of like the 10 in a way, but you're with the money side of things. Cool. Career, job. But yeah, so you are in charge of your destiny. So it's like taking the bull by the horns and fully really realizing that actually, yep. So I kind of feel like you're taking like this burst of energy. Some of you, yes, you'll be getting off your butt, pulling yourself out of your pity story, or just pulling yourself out of this funny little space, this funk that you've got yourself in. Whatever it is for you, there's some of you, may have tended to slow down and just gone, oh, it's too hard sort of basket, which is, get so far. Sometimes I totally understand that, totally get that. And it feels like nothing is kind of working in the way that you want, or some things are moving too slowly, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, then we have the Empress. So she's just reconfirming that actually, yes, you are the destiny. You are in charge of your destiny, because she is one of those ones, the energy of fertility, of new beginnings as well. So it's like she's coming, and she's very, successful, and she puts energy into it and time into it, and she's abundant. She's accumulated her abundance and this energy. That's what she brings, is with love. Okay, and that love energy, because you'll see lots of pinks behind there, but it's about being in, she also helps, they're talking about being in touch with your emotions as well. Okay, so, and making, choices, choices that are not emotionally charged, where you're going to act on impulse, basically. So she comes with some grounding, but she also comes to help you remember, discover, learn, apply the skills and the and technology, but with the skills and the information that you already have, but also to attain other ones, and where to go, what you need to know. Okay, so she's there. So this is the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is talks about, you know, frustration, basically. And you may be like with yourself and or with others, so around you, or with something around you. So don't let people like wind you up, and don't let things that, you know, like that things aren't going quite right. It's like, you know, really super frustrate you, so you go into that emotional stuff and you want to go throw it all out. But no, they're just saying do not go there. That there's something that may come up that may frustrate you, but really this is about a learning curve for you to hold your composure, learn from how you've you know, the tools in your kite, in your basket that you have, and is in looking within as well. So, and yeah, it's kind of interesting, and you turn that energy into finding a win-win solution, basically, is where they're going with that one. And then carrying on your way, continue to carry on your way, because no one can stop you but you, really, at the end of the day. So we're just going to the angel cards. I've been drawn to the what do you call the collective of angels messages that have come through for me, and oh, pop down there. So wardrobe. So there may be a change in your wardrobe. There may be a need or a change or a want to increase your wardrobe, but update your wardrobe. But also, you know, I feel like for some of you a complete change. It's maybe you're like looking at more, remembering about professionalism, and dressing appropriately to the job, to what you're doing, to the case or the scenario. So like if you're going for a job interview, of course you're going to be dressing suitably, pertaining to whatever that job is. Okay, could be a suit for some of you. So it may not be a suit. It may be just really nice casual wear, tidy casual wear, not over the top. So having a think about what your job is that you're doing. So there's something about professionalism in there, but also I'm feeling like update, and it could be because, you know, you might need to be downsizing, but also I just feel like some of you, the colors, you might be thinking, oh, I've had those for years, or I've had that last year, and it doesn't, not so much fit me, but it doesn't fit you and suit you, in the sense that your energy has changed. Therefore, the colors that you have in your wardrobe are not vibrating at the same energy, which makes it feel like, oh, that doesn't fit me. Okay. So, and you may be a color change too. So just look at that. Base, okay, base, I'm feeling like grounding, base chakra. So it's going back to the base or the foundation of things as well in your life, but all sorts of things. But as with business, that's what I say in the beginning. There's something may feel a little bit wavy, so it's grounding. Go back to the foundation. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there with you, amazing Pisces, for this week. So lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance to you from myself, my amazing guides and helpers, and my spiritual team, and also the Zion energy, as well as the amazing Pisces energy. Okay, bye for now. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful Labour weekend. It's Labour weekend this weekend in New Zealand. Other than that, everybody else have a wonderful weekend as well, and we shall see you next week. Bye for now.